Now guys, I don't do video game reviews on this channel very often, for the simple reason that I feel that every single video game has been reviewed to death by too many people. Everyone's having an opinion and it doesn't really need me to have one as well. However, every now and then there is a game coming along that I enjoy so much, that is maybe less known, and I feel that I want to share this with you guys, and that game for today's video is Cloudpunk. Okay, now played this game on Steamdeck, so I'm going to show you guys some Steamdeck footage first, because it runs really well, it's really fun, you can completely finish the game on Steamdeck, but then later on I'll show some full screen PC gameplay as well. Now, Cloudpunk is a neon cyberpunk Blade Runner inspired world. You are basically a taxi driver slash delivery girl that transports passengers as well as goods through the city, and you experience the story through the eyes of this person. Now, it's always night. It always rains. It is, like I said, very clearly inspired by Blade Runner. It has some inspiration, I feel like, from movies like The Fifth Element as well. There's some G-Police vibes in there. For the older generation, they may remember G-Police. But it's also a little bit of GTA, right? Because there's a lot of driving to it. Obviously, it doesn't have the complexities of it, but you do feel like you're in this living, breathing, broken dystopian city. There are also crazy taxi vibes. So as you can see, it takes a lot of elements from all these quite popular games and movies and merges that into a new thing, supported by great music and a great atmosphere overall. But I have to tell you, like, there's no action in this game. You're not gonna pull a gun out, walk around, and it turns into a first-person shooter. There are no first-person shooter elements in this whole game. So you may say, well, that sounds boring. Okay, you just fly around, every now and then you get off, have a conversation. In a nutshell, that's what it is. But the game is sprinkled with so many interesting characters and great writing. You meet so many people and you sometimes decide their fate. You discover all these deeply human stories in this hyper-dystopian world. There are stories about love and helping each other and all that. So it really beautifully, poetically strikes this balance between this dystopian horror world that you're in, that is always rainy and always dark, and an almost idealistic view on it through the eyes of the main character. Now, there are stories, for example, I don't want to spoil too much, I'll just give you a few teasers, but like, there's a child and you adopt it for various reasons, and then that child now lives in your apartment, and in the past she's been really spoiled. She's never experienced love, but she's very spoiled, okay? She's used to getting everything. Now, we are poor taxi driver in this game, so we can't afford buying her anything she wants, but we can give her the love of a parent or a carer for a child, right? So here you are trying to educate this spoiled child about, you know, caring for other people and being empathic and stuff. Another one is like, you meet Huxley, who's like a robot, but somehow his brain got stuck in the personality of a 1950s novel detective. You know, like these kind of detectives that you find these novels. So he talks like a 1950s detective novel as you drive him around and try to help him in his endeavors. Everyone that you meet has their own problems. Like I said, sometimes you decide their fate, sometimes you help them and encourage them. You meet like some celebrities. There's such a big variety of stories that you encounter while you fly through the city and these conversations that you're having. It's really, really engaging. It's really, really fun. And beyond that, they have small gameplay mechanics, like you can't park anywhere. So sometimes they give you a location, an apartment door that you have to find, but there's no parking lot close by. So you have to park a bit further away and make your way across various bridges to that location. You have to go to that marker. So the environment almost becomes a small puzzle. Right? It's like the objective almost is to find your way through this urban puzzle, make it. But it's all very simple. It's not really challenging. It's all quite fun and engaging. And it kept me going. The overall playtime for me was around 9 to 10 hours. I finished the game with that. And I do want more. I think there's a DLC at this point. It's called City of Ghosts. And I am tempted now to play this and to buy this and to invest the, whatever it is, $12.99. Maybe on a sale a bit less, and get back into this world, reconnect with those characters. Because while it is basically a flying/walking simulator, it engaged me so much, and the writing and the characters were so great in my opinion, that I feel like I want to get back. It almost feels like you're reading a book at times, rather than playing a video game. You're flying through this world, it gives you the context, the conversation. It is very reminiscent of the experience of reading a good book. Also, I think I want to point out that it is quite a feminine story. Okay, so the main character is female. She's got this dog, which is now in the body of a robot. So she doesn't like to be alone. She often talks about her feelings and emotions. Some people may get triggered by this. It didn't bother me. I enjoyed that. I felt that was great because you're looking into the soul of this young girl who only has this dog as a friend and who is now a taxi driver, and it's her first night. She's confronted with all this uncertainty and not knowing what's going on. So she's finding her way. It was like a coming-of-age story almost, condensed into this one night. But I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was fine. The main character doesn't need to be some kind of strong, muscly, super masculine guy, you know, who gets everything done. It's not necessary. The fragility almost of having this female character really added to the overall noir vibe. You know what I mean? It feels very noir. Now, let's talk a little bit about the geometry. Obviously, it has like a pixelated vector look to it. So there are no actual round corners or anything. Everything's broken down into pixels, a little bit like you see it in Minecraft if you would scale that down. Overall, it didn't bother me because the geometry looks great. They have amazing lighting. So my immersion wasn't held back by the geometry. However, I was not the biggest fan of the voxel look for the characters, okay? Because the characters, they look flat, they didn't look engaging, they didn't look real in the slightest, and I felt like while the environment gets away with it, the characters didn't really. They looked poor and not believable. That's maybe something they can work on in the future, who knows? Also, there's only one walking speed, okay? That annoyed me. As you get off your taxi and you're walking around, you can't run or walk slow and, you know, just enjoy the environment. No, there's one fixed walking speed. It's not a deal breaker, obviously, but these two things are really the only thing that I can say negative about the game, in my opinion. The voxel look of the characters and the walking speed. Besides that, I've tried to come up with things that really annoyed me, but couldn't, okay? So if you want to play a nice, dark, Blade Runner-inspired neon cyberpunk game that tells a beautiful story and feels more like reading a book, a beautiful science fiction narrative, rather than playing an action game and engaging too much, then Cloudpunk, put it on your wish list. Okay, like it's gonna be on a sale. I didn't buy it at full price. Then, you know, buy it for yourself. Especially if you have a Steam Deck. It's a great game to get back into. And every time now I open my Steam Deck, I'm sad that I finished it already. And I really want to have more content in this world to explore. So guys, this turned out longer than I anticipated, okay? But it had to be said. I wanted to share this game with you guys. If you tried it, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I also saw some reviews of people that did not like the game, okay? That said, no, it's, you know, nothing happens. So leave that down in the comments as well. I'm just curious to hear what your thoughts are on Cloudpunk. So thanks so much for watching. If you appreciate the video and enjoyed it, then please smash the like button. That is something I would appreciate. And I hope to see you in another video. Oh yeah, we have a Discord. If you want to join our community, nice people there. It's obviously completely free. Join the Discord. The link is in the description. I would hope to meet you there. I'm hanging out there as well. And loads of other people. So make some new friends, meet some new people over on the Discord. I see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Bye.